Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another MidCourt Report. Today we're going to be talking about the big game this Saturday at 4 p.m. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, catch up. You must be living under a rock. Then we got upsets from Tuesday's games. And we got Let's Talk. We're talking about Liam McNeely, that freshman over there that plays for UConn. And then how far could St. John's go in March? So let's get right on into it. To start off, this Saturday at 4 p.m., we got number 1 Auburn Tigers versus number 2 Alabama Crimson Tide. That's the Alabama matchup. It's the rivalry, the in-state rivalry. The 1 and the 2 seed makes it even a bigger game. We're going to talk about that right now. So, as of right now, Auburn are the favorites to win. The ESPN's matchup predictor is giving them a 52% chance to win. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of tough. That's just gonna be a good game. They are playing at Coleman Coliseum, the Crimson Tide's stadium. So Auburn is going on the road, even though it is in state. It is on the road. I mean, man, the tickets for this game, I'm pretty sure are through the roof. If you guys know how much these tickets are, please let me know. But let's see. Let's see who we think's gonna win this game, man. So for team stats, who's leading the teams? Obviously, Janine Broom is leading Auburn with 18 points, 10 rebounds, basically 11. Let's just round it up. So 18 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. He's only doing that in 28 minutes per game. So he's not playing a lot, obviously, because Auburn is a deep team. They're a very good team. So he doesn't have to have a crazy load, but he's putting up some numbers for only 28 minutes per game, obviously, and shooting 50% from the field. Those are Auburn's leaders. And then for Alabama, Mark Sears, 18 points per game on 40% from the field. Nelson leads the way with 8 rebounds, and then Sears back at it again with 5 assists. He's only playing 32 minutes per game, so he's also having a pretty good season himself. Auburn averages 85 points per game. They shoot 49% from the field. They average about 38 rebounds, 17 assists, 7 blocks, and 8 steals. They have a 1-game winning streak. Their last game, they played Florida, where they did lose. But wait a minute. That's not their last game. My bad. No, they played Vanderbilt Tuesday. They just played Tuesday. They did win. I think they won by 12, I believe. Yes, they won by 12. So they are on that 1-game winning streak. Alabama is on a 7-game winning streak, although it was probably the easiest part of their SEC schedule so far. Last 7 they have won. They did have Kentucky and Mississippi State in there, but they had it went Kentucky, Vanderbilt, LSU, Mississippi State, Georgia, Arkansas, and Texas. Alabama have possibly the toughest schedule for the rest of the way. The rest of the season, they might have the toughest schedule in the country. Number 1 Auburn Saturday. Then they have number 21 Missouri on the 19th. Number 15 Kentucky on the 22nd. Number 22 Mississippi State on the 25th. Then they're playing Tennessee March 1st, Florida March 5th, and then the last game of the season they have Auburn again, number 1 Auburn, March 8th. That is a tough rest of the schedule. Their last 7 games are all ranked teams. Mississippi State could possibly be unranked by the time that comes around. Same with Missouri, though. I don't know what their schedules look like. I haven't looked at them yet. But Alabama has a very tough schedule coming up. Auburn, in their last 5, they are 4-1 with that only loss coming to Alabama. And then they have wins against Tennessee, LSU, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. So actually their last 6, they're 5-1. Obviously before that, though, they were on a giant winning streak with their last, before that Florida loss was to Duke, their last loss there. So they do have wins over number 4 Houston, number 5 Iowa State, number 12 North Carolina, number 16 Purdue, who Purdue is now ranked number 7, Mississippi State, Georgia, Tennessee, Ole Miss. But for Auburn, they do have a pretty tough schedule rest of the way. They obviously have Alabama this Saturday. They're playing Arkansas, Georgia. Then they have number 19 Ole Miss, number 15 Kentucky, number 8 Texas A&M, and then they play Alabama again at the end of the season. So we'll see how their schedule goes, what they end up with. But I do really like both of these teams. Obviously, they are both the best 2 teams in the country. I do think Alabama's going to win this one, though. As much as I do like Auburn, and as much as I do like what Janine Broome can do, it's going to be hard for Auburn to win at Coleman Coliseum, especially against an in-state rival, a rival in general. Like, any rivalry game's always going to be close, no matter how good the team is that they're playing against. And then, not only that, having the crowd going against you, it's going to be hard. So, yeah, I am going to go with Alabama in this game. If Auburn wins, I won't be surprised. If Alabama wins, I won't be surprised. This is going to be a very good game. I'm ready to watch it. This is definitely a game I'm going to be watching. Let's come Saturday. There's a lot of other big games, nothing bigger than this one. So I did want to talk specifically about this one. I'll probably talk more about those other games come Friday or early Saturday morning. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to bet against Auburn, but I'm going to take Bama. I'm going to take Bama for this one. I think it's not really even an upset, but I think they'll win this game. I don't want to hear anybody say Alabama upsets Auburn, because this is not an upset. This is a 1 versus 1 matchup, okay? This is not an upset at all. These are the 2 best teams in the country playing each other. I'm going with Bama. I think they're going to continue their winning streak at home this Saturday against Auburn. I think Auburn's going to drop another one. I do believe when they go and play the last game of the season against each other, it's going to be tough for Alabama to win out, like having their schedule. But I'm going to take Alabama for this one. They're going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to win the rebounding glass or rebounding battle, not rebounding glass. I think this is going to be a close game. I'm guessing both teams are probably only going to score low 70s. I don't think anybody's going to score 80 or more. That's what I'm going to go with. If anybody does score 80 or more, I don't know, because that Auburn's defense is good. They only allow about 70 points per game. And then Alabama, they give up about 80, but they average about like 90. So, I mean, Auburn averages 85 a game. Man, I don't know. They might score 80. Both teams might score 80. This might be a high-scoring game, to be honest. I'm going to stick with Alabama still winning this game, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to think I'm going to say both teams, it's going to be a close game. Nobody's going to score high 80s or 90s. I think it will either be low 80s. Like, whoever wins is going to be in the low 80s. The losing team will be in the high 70s. That's what I'm going to go with. That's my prediction right there. I'm going to go 82 to 77 Alabama. If I get this right, I'm a genius. I'm a genius if I get that right. I don't care. Anyways, let's hop into the upset alerts. All right. First up, we got number 5 Tennessee playing at Rupp against number 15 Kentucky. Kentucky is going to be jumping up a little bit in the AP polls after this win. I'll tell you that. Kentucky wins 75-64. I did call that the other day whenever I uploaded that video predicting these games today. I said Kentucky would win. They already beat Tennessee in Tennessee. Now they're playing at home. I knew they would win. It's a lot harder to lose when you're at home. Most teams lose on the road because they don't have the crowd against them, or they don't have the crowd on their side. Kentucky's a very efficient shooting team. They really are. They shot 50% from the field, 50% from 3. They did only shoot 79% from free throw, but they were 11 of 14. They did get out rebounded on the offensive end and just in the game in general. But they had one less turnover, less fouls. So, I mean, they weren't fouled as much, but they did send Tennessee to the line more. Tennessee shot 19 free throws to Kentucky's 14. But here's the thing. I did not get to watch this game. I did hear that Lamont Butler exited the game with an apparent shoulder injury. I don't know if he came back. If he did, correct me on that. If he didn't, I don't know. I didn't get to watch this game. I was working all day yesterday. So I didn't really get to watch any of these games I'm talking about. I'm just strictly just going off of stats and what it looks like to me. But I did hear that Lamont Butler did leave. He did only play 22 minutes. So I don't know if, is that because of his injury, or did he come back and play a little bit more? What happened there? Kobe Barea had 11 points on 3 of 6 from 3, and then Ansley Alomar, or I'm butchering his name. I'm sorry. Had 13 points on 4 of 5 from the field. 2 of 3 from 3. His only missed shot was a 3. Otega Owe had 13.6 rebounds. He did shoot kind of inefficient, 4 of 11, so he shot about 37% from the field, but he was 1 of 1 from the 3. And then Trent Noah adds 3 threes off the bench for 11 points. And then Travis Perry also had 2 threes, 2 of 3 from 3 for Travis Perry for 8 points. So, I mean, 2 dudes came off the bench, gave them some threes that they really needed, help propel them to this win. Also, I've noticed, ever since I made that video about Kentucky not having very good defense, they've played pretty good defense. They've kind of stepped it up on the defensive end. I feel like they're probably a little more aggressive. I didn't get to see this game, so I don't know how it was defensively, or if Tennessee was just missing shots that they normally hit. I don't know. But Tennessee shot 43% from the field, 23 of 54. They only shot 17% from 3, 3 of 18. And then they shot 79% from the free throw line. Zakai Ziegler had 17 points, 6 assists, 2 steals on 7-11 from the field. He didn't hit a 3 this game. Igor Milicic had 16 points, 3 of 4 from 3, 6 of 9 on the field, 9 rebounds for him, 2 steals as well, so he had a good game. Chaz Lanier did not play good. He shot 3 of 13, 0 of 7 from 3 for 10 points. He went to the line 4 times. He did have 6 rebounds, though. And then off the bench, Jordan Gainley only had 8 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for him. It doesn't seem like it was a good shooting night for them. It really just does not seem like they could hit a shot. I don't know if that's a testament to Kentucky's defense or not, but Kentucky, a win's a win, man. A win's a win, and if you're gonna win against the number 5 team in the country, it's gonna count big time. So they'll take that. Next up, we got Michigan and Purdue. Number 7 Boilermakers go on the road to play number 20 Michigan Wolverines. The Wolverines win this game 75-73. Purdue is led by Braden Smith with 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists on 10 of 21 shooting, 4 of 9 from 3, so he had a pretty good game. Trey Kaufman had 22 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists on 11 of 9 from the field. He did play very well. Fletcher Lawyer also had 15 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. He didn't shoot the greatest from outside the arc. Nobody on the bench, though, for the Boilermakers even scored. Not one bucket. Camden Heidi, 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3 in 17 minutes. Rayleigh Burgrass, is that how you, I guess that's how you say his name. 0 of 1 from the field, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. They gotta be hitting shots, man. The bench is gonna have to score, even if it's not a lot. They have to put up some kind of buckets. But hey, man, they didn't do it, so they ended up losing this game. That shot, Michigan, was led by Danny Wolf, 15 points, 5-11 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He was 4 of 7 from the line. He had 9 rebounds, 2 assists as well. So he was out there doing his thing. And then off the bench, Roddy Gale Jr. He had 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So he helped them off the bench there in that game. Definitely was a big key factor in them winning this game against Purdue. Purdue only shot 44% from the field, 35% from 3, 75% from the line. Michigan shot 45% from the field, 30% from 3, and 70% from the line. To me, this game looks like Michigan will win because of fouls. With Purdue only shooting 8 free throws and then Michigan shooting 26, that's 18 more attempts from the line that Michigan got. They made 12 more attempts or 12 more free throws than Purdue. I'm gonna say that's why Michigan won this game. A lot of fouls on Purdue is what it looks like. 23 fouls committed from Purdue to Michigan's 13. They both had 11 turnovers. Purdue out-rebounded them on the offensive end and defensive end. They had more 13 more shot attempts than Michigan. 5 made more shots than Michigan. Same amount of made threes than Michigan. Michigan literally won this game because of free throws. Like I said, a lot of times in college, when you win the turnover battle, you're going to win the game. But if you tie or lose the turnover battle, you're probably going to have to win the game from the line. So, like I said, in this case, they tied in the turnover battle. Michigan won in the foul battle. They won it at the line. And if they didn't win it at the line, they would have had to just outshoot Purdue. Literally, that's what it comes down to. If you win the turnover battle but lose the foul battle, the game's going to be close. Depending on how much, how much you lose the turnover battle compared to how much you win the foul battle. In this case, they tied the turnover battle, but Purdue lost the foul battle by a big margin. They end up losing this game. They definitely could have won had they not fouled so much, but a win's a win for Michigan. A win is a win. They beat the number 7 team in the country. They're going to go up a little bit in the rankings. That helps them a lot. Next up, we got Kansas State and Arizona. Number 13, Arizona at Kansas State. I did predict this game. I had Arizona winning this game. But man, just looking at the stats, neither team could shoot, is what it looks like. Just nobody was hitting shots outside the arc, at least. This game, oh man. This game. Let's see. What are we thinking about this game? Kansas won the turnover battle by a lot. Like I said, you win the turnover battle, you're probably going to win the game. I literally just said that. You win the turnover battle, you're probably going to win the game. Arizona turned the ball over 17 times to Kansas State's 10. Arizona out-rebounded them by a lot. 46 rebounds for Arizona. Kansas State only had 33. Man, I mean, Kansas State even won the foul battle. They put up 7 more free throws, even though they couldn't make them. Good Lord. So, let's start off with Arizona. Caleb Love only had 6 points, 3 of 15, 0 of 7 from 3. So, it just wasn't a good game for him. Carter Bryant had 8 points, 11 rebounds, 3 of 9. Toby Awaka was 3 of 5 from the field, 4 of 5 from the line for 10 points. KJ Lewis off the bench, 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 15 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. So he seemed like he was their engine for this game. Jaden Bradley also was 4 of 11 from the field, 5 of 6 from the line for 13 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, starting. But man, oh man, this does not look like it was a pretty game to watch. Arizona shot 41% as a team, 26 of 63 from the field, 2 of 22 from 3 for 9% from beyond the arc, 16 of 19 from the line for 84%. Kansas State, on the other hand, led by Doug McDaniel for 24 points, 10 of 22 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, with 5 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. C.J. Jones adds 10 off the bench of 4 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3 though, with 4 rebounds. David Ingesson, I don't know how to say his last name, might be wrong. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 7 of 9 from the field. He is super efficient. I've noticed that. He is a very efficient hooper. But man, Kansas State didn't even shoot very well. 45% from the field. 28 of 62, 1 of 19 from 3 for 5% from beyond the arc, and then 16 of 26 from the line, 61 or 62% from the line. This was not a good game. I wouldn't have even watched this game. I would have clicked off of it by halftime most likely if this was how it was going. Man, I don't know if this is a testament to defenses, how the defense was playing, but neither team could get a bucket is what it seems like. They did score high, they did score about average, like college scores, 70-73. Next up, we got Indiana Hoosiers taking on number 11 Michigan State. Indiana did win this game, 71-67. McKenzie, he only played 13 minutes. Did he get injured or something? I don't know. I ain't heard anything about his injury. But for Indiana, Malik Reneo, I'm stopping right there. Off the bench leads the way for Indiana with 19 points, 12 rebounds on 8 of 19 shooting. And then for Michigan State, they're led by Jaden Atkins, 14 points, 6 of 15 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. Indiana wins the foul battle. They win the foul battle, but they make less free throws though. They won the foul battle, but they made less free throws. They won the turnover battle as well. They got out rebounded on the offensive glass. They had the same amount of rebounds defensively. Indiana also made 1 less 3, but they were more efficient. Indiana's shot 24 of 50 from the field, for 48% on the game. 3 of 13 from 3 for 23%. 20 of 28 from the line for 71%. Michigan State shot 21 of 55 from the field for 38%. 4 of 23 from 3 for 17%. And 21 of 25 for 84%. I'm starting to notice the trend with all these upsets today. Or Tuesday, my bad. No team could shoot a 3. They just weren't able to hit threes. 4 of 23. You shoot 23 threes, you gotta at least make 7. Like, you gotta at least make 7. That's a little under 33%. Making it a little bit of respectable, man. 8 is about 35% right there. If you make 8 of 23 from 3, that's 35%. That's a respectable shooting game as a team. But 7 of 23, that's like 31%, I believe. Like, come on, man. Teams can't shoot, apparently. They can't shoot when there's upsets. That's typically how it goes, though. That's typically how it goes. Man, this game, Indiana, they won the turnover battle. They won the foul battle. That's what won them this game. They had 5 less shots than Michigan State, though. They made less free throws. They just made more shots. They literally just made more shots. It happens, though. Hey, it happens. Indiana get the upset, though. Next up, we got UConn and Creighton. UConn playing number 24, Creighton. I did predict this game as well. I do believe I went with UConn. I don't remember if I said Creighton. It's on me. But for UConn, man, ooh, boy, we're gonna talk about Liam McNeely here in a minute. They were led by Liam McNeely. They shot 26 of 66 from the field, 6 of 26 from 3, 12 of 15 from the line. They shot 39% from the field, 23% from 3, 80% from the line. They scored 70 points. They had 20 fouls, though. They have 39 rebounds. Creighton, on the other hand, shot 19 of 47 from the field, 7 of 24 from 3, 21 of 30 from the line. Boy, dang, man. Creighton did not have a good game. 40% from the field, 29% from 3, 70% from the line. They only made 19 shots on the entire game. Shot 30 free throws. If you don't shoot 30 free throws, you probably score 52 points and lose by 18 in just a horrible shooting game. Like, that's probably what happens if you don't shoot 30 free throws. Man, Creighton was led by Ryan Kalkbrenner for 13 points, 9 rebounds, 5 of 9 from the field, 3 assists as well to go along with it, 3 blocks. Then Stephen Ashworth was 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3, but 11 of 12 from the line. So he was the one getting so many free throws this game. 5 rebounds, 7 assists for 13 points. He also had 5 turnovers. Creighton does win the foul battle, but they lose the turnover battle. I'm telling y'all, every time, if you lose the turnover battle, you have to win the foul battle, and that's what happened, and that's why they're in. That's why they were in this close game. That's why it was close. Because if that foul battle is any closer, UConn had 20 fouls, Creighton had 13. If that is any closer, if UConn only has 15 fouls, this game's not this close. It's a 12-15 point win for UConn. But man, I'm telling y'all, them fouls keep you in the game. If you're losing that turnover battle, you better be getting fouls, because that will keep you in the game. That will definitely keep you in the game. UConn out-rebounded them offensively. Defensively, Creighton did win that rebound battle, but in the game, UConn did win that rebound battle 39-36. This game simply just came down to just turnovers. The fouls kept Creighton in it, and the turnovers cost them this game. They made 9 more free throws, an extra 3, and then also they made 7 less shots than UConn. That's also what lost them this game. Them free throws kept them in this game, though. Creighton was in this game because of free throws. That's obvious. Man, I mean, like I said, they lose by 12 to 15 if they don't shoot 30 free throws. But it happens. UConn gets the win. They're going to move into the top 25 again. I did say Creighton would probably be dropped out of the top 25 by next week, depending on how they play. I'm pretty sure I said UConn was going to win this one. But next up, we're going to talk about Liam McNeely. So let's talk. All right, Liam McNeely in this game against Creighton had 38 points, 10 rebounds, a steal, an assist, went 12 of 22 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, and 9 of 10 from the line. The freshman out of Texas, he's a hooper, man. He did get injured very first game, January 1st against DePaul. They did end up winning this game. UConn did. They ended up winning that game. But he did get injured in it. I believe he only played, 30 minutes in that game. It was in the second half that he got injured. But he played somewhere around 30 minutes in that game. And then his first game back was against St. John's Friday of last week on the 7th. They did end up losing that. I think he was on restricted minutes, though. I'm pretty sure he only ended up playing about 30 minutes that game as well. He had a horrible game that game. First game back, 18 points, 11 rebounds. It doesn't seem horrible until you get to 27% from the floor. He only shot 27% from the floor and 22% from the 3. But he did lead UConn points-wise that game. He did come off the bench. He was 4 of 15 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. He was 8 of 10 from the line. So that's where he got most of his buckets, was at the line. But, I mean, you can't complain about it. You know what I'm saying? Then, they play Creighton. Creighton's ranked number 24. They lose to St. John's, who at the time was ranked number 12. They are now ranked number 9. They lose to St. John's by 6. Now they're playing Creighton. He goes for 38 points, 10 rebounds, assist, and a steal on 54%, 90% from the line, 50% from 3. That's just a great game for the freshman. He's averaging 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists on 43% from the field, 38% from 3, 85% from the line. He's good. I mean, obviously, we know UConn being back-to-back champs, there's going to be kids who are actually, good out of high school wanting to go there because they have a reputation for winning. They're now back-to-back champions. So, I mean, they're going to be good. Don't count out UConn just because they have some losses on their season as of right now. Being 17-7, they do have that win against St. John's from earlier in the season. Now they have that win against Creighton, who was ranked. I don't know who else they all played, but I mean, you put this team fully healthy into the NCAA tournament. They can make an Elite 8, a Sweet 16. Do I think they're going to go any farther than that? Probably not, because there are a lot of really good teams this year, especially in the SEC. I don't know how anybody's really going to beat an SEC team when it comes to March. So we'll find out, though, if a SEC team does get upset. Hopefully it's not all of them, because I do like to watch SEC basketball. I like the way they play over there. But UConn is still a team to be reckoned with. They're still a team you have to give respect to because they're still good. They are still really good. with their star freshman back from injury. The first game against St. John's, he did not have a good game, but then he goes ballistic against Creighton. He wins them the game. You got to respect it. I mean, you can't do much else about it. But, yeah, I mean, when he's playing away, he's averaging 15 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds on 44% from the field, 50% from 3, and 90% from the line. So, I mean, he's a good away player. Don't get me wrong. He's also, I mean, just a good player in general. But when he's at home, his 3 ball does slack a little bit. He's a better 3-point shooter on the road from games he has played. He's played 10 home games, 6 away games. So, I mean, yeah, it is a little excruciating, but it happens, man. You can't do nothing about it. Liam McNeely's nice about him. Next up, we got the MidCourt Report. So let's get right on into it. How far could St. John's go in March? In my I filled out ESPN's bracketology the other day. I made a video on that as well. I'm pretty sure that went up Monday at noon. But in that, I think I had them going to the Final Four against Auburn and losing there to Auburn. But do I actually think they could get there? They could, but they're going to have to upset some teams. St. John's is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're going to be horrible and have no chance to the Final Four, because they do. They do have a chance at the Final Four. But I think right now, if you had to give me an actual thing where I'd say, all right, they're definitely making it here, but then not definitely. Let's just say I don't know if they can make it here yet, like this round. I'm going to say the farthest that they're going as of right now is the Sweet 16. As of right now. Could they make that Final Four run? Yes. I mean, that's only 2 more rounds. That's 2 more wins to get to the Final Four. You win in the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, you're there in the Final Four. So they only have to get 2 more wins than what I'm giving them right now. Could they do it? For sure. But I'm going to say Sweet 16. I think they're going to be in the Sweet 16, but that's where I start to get iffy, because if they make it in the Sweet 16, as of right now, where they're placed, they would have to play Tennessee, Clemson, Creighton, one of those teams. Whoever wins that, that small section of the bracket for where they're at right now, because I'm pretty sure that is exactly where they're at. If I'm wrong, I'll check myself here in a second. I'm pulling it up. Okay, it's whoa, my bad. No, I'm all right. I guess they changed it on me. They did change it. It has been changed. They were a 4 seed now. They were a 5 seed last week, or last time I checked. They are now a 4 seed. So this has been updated. I don't know when this updated. I have no idea when this updated. But all right, I'm tripping. No, so I mean, I can see them making the Sweet 16 though, but they're going to have to play Auburn in the Sweet 16. They also have Memphis all over there. Memphis is a solid team. Don't get me wrong. And then really the only other team that they have to play it would be Oregon, but Oregon would have to upset Auburn. I don't see that happening, so I'm just going to – it would be Auburn. I don't think they're beating Auburn, to be honest. Like, I don't think they're making it past the Sweet 16, being in the south side of the I just don't see that happening. The south end of the bracket, that's going to be hard, man. That's going to be hard. I guess this did just get updated, but whenever I filled out the last one, it went up. Yeah, so it got updated yesterday. So that video, Monday, no longer right. I'll fill this out again. probably this weekend. I'll probably have that video up Sunday, so that's what I'm going to do. But St. John's, for where they're at in the new bracket, not the one that I filled out, Sweet 16 is what I'm giving them because they have Auburn, as of right now, over there in their bracket. So they do have a tough bracket. They're going Sweet 16. I don't think they're beating Auburn and passing that. But anyways, thanks for stopping by, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out.